This is my grade 4 consult reflection video for extra credit. So the consult was, of course, the most difficult grade we had yet. It's worth the most points. It's 25% of our grade. Started off having to figure out what exactly the institutions were. Family was pretty simple. You just wrote how it affects you and people around you, your family. Mythology, when we first started working with that, I was kind of confused why that was one of the 4 institutions. But it turns out it means more as like a public perception and media in a way. And then philosophy. Now I enjoyed philosophy. It was probably one of my favorite sections within my consult. So sometimes it leads to more questions than answers, but I tried my best to answer those questions. Then there was the history. The history of South Carolina education was pretty poor, but it's all because of like the rural communities and just the agricultural upbringing. So the hardest part for me for this grade had to be the research. Now, my specialization is ranger, which requires me to do a lot of research. And I'm thinking I should probably switch because research is not for me. I'd much rather build a website or create something on Minecraft or anything than research. I had fun like making the website on Weebly. I enjoy projects like that, like challenges. The first day I tried doing it, I got frustrated and realized I could not do it in time. But then once I sat down, took my time, and finally learned how like the website worked, how you could like plug stuff in, embed videos, all of this crazy stuff, I was like, wow, this is kind of cool. I can make a website. And so I get more out of that than researching someone's work from 20 years ago and then putting it in my own words. I'd rather like do something, create. So yeah, I really loved, well, I'm not gonna say loved because it's still work, but I really enjoyed the making the website part. Even though it was a lot of work, it took me so many hours to do so. Had to be over 6 hours for sure. Way more probably. But the citations are what got me on this project. I could not find a lot of information on education in South Carolina. As much as I wanted to, at least. And the worst part was my specialization made it where I had to find more information than usual. So that was kind of difficult. Also, sometimes I would find an article. I would click on it, but oh, okay, this is a scholarly source. I can't say that word, scholarly source. I can use this in my project. No, you gotta pay $10.99 to access this article. I'm sorry, I'm not paying that much money. So that's always frustrating, and I wish there was a way around that. So you try to use the articles through Clemson libraries, but of course you're limited. I still found Google Scholar through Clemson libraries very useful for this project. I plan on using that a lot more in the future. It gets rid of a lot of the fluff that normal Google gives you. Overall, I was pretty happy with how my project came out, like with the website and all. I wish I could have done a little bit better with the research, but in the end, I'm pretty happy with it, and I hope you are too. Thank you.